in the world is that?
Wow! How's it move without horses?
Go, Bear Rabbit. Very well, I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen!
Gaze upon me, for I am a god! All right, everyone, watch very closely!
How did he do that?
Impressive demonstration, huh?
Now, here you go, people. A little gift from the god Akatsuki.
Wait a second.
That's mayonnaise.
Oh my goodness. It's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Everybody within the sound of my voice should have faith in God Akatsuki. Those who believe in him shall find everlasting salvation. And mayonnaise! You may now enjoy the divine food provided by your god!
I'll tell ya, business certainly picked up all of a sudden.
Yes, it did.
Hey, what's going on?
To be honest, I haven't found a way to talk to Tsukasa to thank him for saving me.
Maybe he doesn't want you to thank him.
Receive your blessings, everyone! Come worship your god! I'm here for you! Check it out!
He's taking this god stuff seriously. There's nothing like the power of religion. I thought it would be our best hope of uniting the region. I had to find a way to get everybody on the same page.
What's better than a magic show?
Yeah, nothing is more powerful than faith. By portraying ourselves as a god and his messengers, we'll be able to create a governmental infrastructure that will allow a smooth transfer of power to the people of this world when we finally return to our own.
Great idea.
Thank you. We're using the old Seven Light Faith name as a cover. With any luck, we might be contacted by someone who's gone underground with the real religion.
Wow, that Ruruk mountain range looks steep.
Do we really have to cross it?
Well, of course. I have a mission. I have to get information on Buckwald and bring it back to Tsukasa.
Yeah, but did you notice how much it's snowing?
Don't worry, Chili Boy. A little snow isn't gonna defeat us. I've gotten scoops in the middle of blizzards before. So, come on, you up for
I guess.
it? It's the God Akatsuki and the others from the Seven Light Faiths! Attention, everyone! We've come here bearing gifts from your Lord Akatsuki. So get in line! It's Mayo time!
I'll follow you forever, Lord Akatsuki!
Can I get a spoon?
Seven light faith! Seven light faith! Seven light faith! Seven light faith!
The Royals will take revenge on Dormont. I need to get my family out of here as soon as I can. Come in. I'll be leaving here in the morning. Pack all my bags.
What's the big rush, Mr. Mayor? You're not running away, are you?
You're that guy from the Seven Light Faith.
Tsukasa Mikugami. Yes, I'm one of the angels who serves the god Akatsuki.
What do you want from me?
I just came here to have a chat. I was concerned you have the wrong idea about us.
And what would that be?
We haven't come here to persecute nobles, or to throw the city into chaos either. In fact, we'd like to cooperate with you and the rest of the nobility in this land. After all, there's work that has to be done for which you are uniquely qualified. Of course, we'd guarantee a fair wage for you. Or would you prefer to flee to some unknown land, eventually using up the few assets you're able to take with you as you live in fear of both us and the Empire?
What exactly is it that you're asking me to do?
Not much. Just to continue serving as the mayor of Dormant, while also pledging allegiance to me, my associates, and the Seven Light Faith.
All I see is the Seven Light Faith.
Good afternoon. I'm the mayor of this city. My name is Walter von Heiserad. I am here today to make the following proclamation. Henceforth, this city shall be governed by the leaders of the Seven Light Faith.
Seven Light Faith! 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 Seven Light Faith!
I'm glad they're in charge. Tell me about it.
Seven Light Faith! Seven Light Faith!
This is what you wore to the mayor's?
It's a good disguise, but don't you think it's a little creepy?
I don't know. I think he models that outfit quite well.
Yeah, and think about it. What better way to sneak into the mayor's mansion without alerting the guards than by putting on a maid's uniform? Did you go all the way, though? And wear some lacy women's underpants?
Well, here's your answer. Take a look. Check out this low-angle shot.
He's wearing his business suit?
Always formal.
But he makes such a really beautiful woman.
I'll send you the photo later.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
If I knew you were going to enjoy it this much, I would have started cross-dressing much earlier.
So what do we do now that we've united Findolf? We still have to govern the place, don't we?
Yes, I plan to focus on domestic affairs here in Dormant, and to shore up our foundation. As for you guys, you should return to Elm Village and get some rest. You've worked very hard in the last few days.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm down to my last illusion.
Compared to this city, it'll be pretty quiet.
What's up, Kane? You look worried.
There's a situation that concerns me.
Anything we can do to help?
We're running low on medical supplies, so I'd like to build a facility to produce antibiotics. Do you think you could round up some labor and capital?
Well, sure, I'd be happy to. But don't you need to take a little break?
Hey, compared to what happened on the battlefield, this has been like a vacation.
All right then. You put together a list of all the things you need. I'll get it to you.
I appreciate that a lot.
Aoi, if you don't mind, I'd like you to stay with Akatsuki while you take your break.
I hear you loud and clear. I'll keep watch over him, both day and night.
Hey, at least give me a little privacy in the bathroom.
Forget about it.
Huh?
Ringo, as for you... We're starting to run low on electricity. I was thinking we could use a power station. A small one would be fine.
Well, if you're okay with a thermal power station, I can probably get that one ready in no time.
That sounds great. Masato can get you what you need. Am I right?
Just leave it to me. We happen to be rolling in money right now, so I can get you anything. On another subject, Tsukasa. We have quite a few soldiers at our disposal, between the ones from Findolf Castle and the ones from here in Dormant. Any plans?
Oh yes, I'm thinking of combining them into an order of knights, attached to the Seven Light Faith.
Aren't you going to need a leader for that?
I have somebody in mind. He's a soldier whose integrity is beyond question.
Hey, have you heard the news? It looks like the entire watch is going to be incorporated into the Seven Light Faith.
Yeah, the word is we're all getting a pay raise.
Really? That's great.
I'm resigning.
What?
Captain!
May I join you?
You're one of those angels, aren't you?
My name is Tsukasa Mikogami. I was hoping we could have a little chat. I believe you're known as the Silver Knight, Zest Do Bernard?
That's right, but it's not quite accurate. You see, only Imperial Knights get to have Do added to their name. And I'm no longer a member of the Watch.
Very well. Bernard it is. I've been looking into your history. You've exhibited great courage. Your fellow soldiers trust you. They say you are a reliable man who makes calm judgments at all times.
Well, I am honored and humbled by their praise. Why are you here? What is it you need from me?
I'd like you to become the commander of our newly formed Order of Knights.
I'm honored, really, but I have to decline. As I mentioned, I recently resigned my commission.
Oh, may I ask why you stepped down?
It's because of you and your fellow angels.
Excuse me, what do you mean?
I was watching. You all seem quite pleased with yourselves, taking over with your mayonnaise and your divine power. But the Empire will come attack you. Blood will run in the streets. Besides, there's something else that I have to do. Something that takes precedence over being a knight. And because of that, I've quit. Don't we get to choose our own jobs in this new order? That's democracy, right? Thanks for the offer, but I'm sure you'll find somebody else just as qualified.
How'd it go? With your candidate for head knight?
He's exactly the man I thought he'd be, but he says he's done being an Imperial Knight.
Oh yeah? That's a surprise. Too bad. I guess you'll have to find someone else.
Not at all. I'll just go talk to him again tomorrow.
Huh? You traveled all the way out here. Why? You didn't believe me the first time? What is it that you want?
The same thing. I never really got to discuss it with you.
What's to talk about?
You didn't hear me out. We would still like you to be the leader of our knights.
Huh? Wasn't I clear enough? I'm done being a member of any order.
In spite of that, we'd still like to ask it of you. I'm more certain than ever after yesterday. I believe we need a man with your qualities.
Listen, Angel. There are things... Huh? Ari? What's the matter? I thought you were gonna play.
I did, but I missed you, so I came back.
Oh, is that right? Well, guess what? I missed you too, Ari.
Yay!
This is your daughter?
That's right, and Papa is my papa.
She's the precious treasure left to me by my wife, who passed away in an epidemic recently. Ari, Papa needs to talk to this man for a minute. Could you go play by yourself?
Okay, I'm gonna choose the leaves.
You see, I became a knight for one reason, so I could protect my daughter. The bottom line is, nothing in this world's more precious to me. That means I'm willing to give up anything so long as I can live with her. I just can't make commitments that would jeopardize our bond. If this town was attacked and I was sent off to protect it, and I had to abandon my little girl, then I would have no incentive to stay on the job. The truth is, she's the main reason I became a knight in the first place. There are plenty of other knights, some with great loyalty, who are happy to serve the Empire or the Emperor. I don't think a selfish man like me would be the best choice to fill such a critical position.
Bernard, I don't understand why. You say putting your family first is selfish. That just confirms my evaluation of you as an honorable man. We'd expect you'd put your daughter first and foremost. What we're seeking from you isn't blind allegiance, just an ally who'll fight beside us.
I don't understand.
We're not like any rulers you've known before. We want an open society, a democracy where everyone can live free. I'm sure the thought has crossed your mind. Why should family connections, bloodlines, or other uncontrollable factors determine whose life has greater value? It makes no sense. Our aim is to destroy that way of thinking once and for all. But to do it, people will need to leave behind the social norms and conditioning they've accepted in the past. We'll need everyone to take part in the revolution. The truth is, none of this can work if the people who are most affected don't have the drive to stand up and change this world themselves.
Are you really saying you can create a world where each and every inhabitant is free to determine the course of their future?
With your help, I promise we can.
Fly away, little leaves!
What is a knight, after all? What is a sword? Is a knight not someone who stands up and fights to protect the values of the world he inhabits? And isn't his sword then an implement? A tool in defense of those values? Bernard, we're willing to post you here so you can be with your daughter. And in return for that, we ask that you choose to be the leader of our knights and stand as an example for those around you. Show them all that their futures lie within their own free will.
Well, when the Empire does attack us, we'll fight them as free men so that if we win, the future is our own. I, Zes Bernard, do hereby dedicate myself to this sacred mission.
You won't be sorry. I promise.
There's something wrong with that silver-haired brat. I don't believe he's really an angel.
Hey, keep your voice down. He'll hear you.
Huh? I don't care if he hears me. What's he gonna do?
I wondered when some of the locals were going to start questioning this whole god and angel thing. There haven't been any serious religions here for centuries. We'll have to keep on top of this before it becomes widespread.
What? You're saying Findolf has been attacked by a rebel army? Are you sure that's true? It seems impossible.
Yeah, we heard it from a knight who ran away. He was pretty upset.
That's so scary. Do you think they'll come over this way?
Hey, don't worry, you'll be fine. We've been stationed here to protect people like you. And besides, we have a lot more than just the soldiers from Buckwald. We have a couple of squads from Arclight backing us up, and the main knight unit as well. So once spring comes and this snow thaws, those rebels are toast.
Wow, that's comforting.
I hate waiting around. If Duke Fastidius were in command, I bet we'd go down and attack them tomorrow.
When you say Duke Fastidius, are you referring to the current Lord of Gustav?
You betcha. He's an incredible leader. His fighting abilities are as good as his magic. During the battle with the Yamato Empire, he didn't hang back in the rear where he would have been protected. He stood on the front lines with the rest of us, attacking the enemy. As a result, he was granted the title of Duke and given the authority to govern the northern lands.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. He's sworn complete loyalty to the Emperor. He will eliminate anyone who opposes His Majesty's authority.
Wow! I had no idea before now that Lord Gustav was such an incredible warrior. Thanks!
I thought we were supposed to meet here an hour ago.
About time, Elk. What took you so long?
Ah! How did you do that?
So, did you pick up any interesting news?
No, not really. It's one subject. How they're going to march on Findolf once the winter passes.
Not surprising.
So what did you find out?
Well, I heard there's an amazing magician in charge of the soldiers, a special mage officer.
Oh, you mean Lord Gustav, Duke Fastidius?
He's supposed to be an incredible warrior and magician, but we won't know until we have a chance to observe him.
So...
Okay, let's do it.
Huh?
Let's go meet this guy everybody's talking about.
The bloodthirsty warrior?
I come to you on bended knee, my Lord Gustav, humbly asking to be restored to power in the land of Findolf.
You want my help after you were defeated in battle by nothing more than a band of common villagers? Those damn rebels. I, Oslo El Gustav, make this vow. I shall drown them all in their own blood.
Here's our new tax reform plan. Please enact it immediately. We'll be abandoning the class system and implementing a new set of laws. Any objections? Very good. Now I want to discuss what else we have in mind, if you would. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Mr. Mayor.
I'll leave you to your work.
You need something?
I was just wondering, when do you get any sleep?
Oh, well, sleep's overrated.
Everyone's been saying that the angels of the Seven Light Faith just never sleep. After observing the way you work, I'm starting to believe they're right.
I've been running the rest of you awfully hard. Pretty much day and night. I can't ask that and then sneak around taking a bunch of naps, can I? Don't worry, though. I do get some rest. I try to fit it in when I'm not busy remaking the society.
He seems to be recovering well.
My goodness, you are a very impressive young lady. At first I thought we were going to have to bury him in pieces. But now he seems to be like his old self. Ain't that right?
Why the hell are you always so rough?
I am your daughter, after all.
Yeah. It appears I owe you my life, Doctor. Thank you very much.
I was only doing my job as a physician.
We can't have you out of commission forever. Some big things happened while you were laying around recovering.
Yeah. For starters, our village decided to pick a fight with the Empire.
You missed out on a couple of cool battles.
I have to heal up quick so I can be part of the next one!
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but if you don't slow down and heal, I'll have to sedate you. Oh, good grief. Can't you wait one day before you mess up all my work?
Sorry about that.
Oh?
Rue?
What's happened to you?
1 times 5 is 5. That's great! I feel like I'm alive again!
Why haven't you been eating or drinking, young lady?
Well, everybody has to take this multiplication test at school, so I've been trying real hard to memorize the tables thing.
What's that?
It's a song about multiplication.
It's something that makes multiplication a whole lot easier to learn.
Ooh, sounds complicated.
It's all about numbers. I'm not very good at it either.
Don't let it get you down, Rue.
Huh?
You can make a living just fine even if you don't know how to multiply.
Look at us! We can barely add 2 and 2!
I'm not sure you guys are a good example. My teacher said math is important if you want to be successful in business, but I just can't seem to get the hang of it.
Math is important no matter what job you do. Keep at it. You'll figure it out after a while.
Looks like the power plant's almost ready to go online.
We managed to secure a large amount of coal, too.
I'm storing the power it generates. I'm putting most of it in the high-capacity batteries we borrowed from our miniature nuclear reactor. It should create a lot of clean energy. We're starting the trial run tomorrow.
Looks like that will take care of our power generation issue. Excellent. Good work.
Since that job's done, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next project, okay?
I'm counting on you.
Bye-bye, bear buddies!
What's she referring to?
The production of essential tools, like a lathe and a milling machine, for the battles coming up in the spring. I'm planning to equip some of our squads with guns.
Modernizing our military? Why don't you just build an automatic manufacturing plant?
Actually, I'd like to have the people of this world make their own weapons as much as possible. They need to have a personal stake in this fight.
I get it. If we just hand freedom to them with no sweat and no sacrifice, it won't mean anything.
Exactly. And we have other imperatives we're gonna need Ringo for. We have to quickly build ourselves an aerial defense system.
What? Aerial defense? What are we protecting against? Missiles or something?
Nothing that easy. This world has its own version of aerial warfare, with dragons and bolts of magic. Yesterday, I received a scary report from Shinobu. Heaven's Flames, you say?
That's right. It's a tactical spell that apparently has enough force to wipe out an entire city. The governor of the Northern Lands, Oslo El Gustav, used Heaven's Flames in the previous war, creating literal seas of fire within the cities of the nations he was battling.
Well, that's not very encouraging. It sounds like he'll do it again. He'll use his Heaven's Flames to try and obliterate Dormont.
That's what I'm worried about.
Tsukasa!
Huh? Lirul, why didn't you go back to Elm Village with everyone else?
I just couldn't. I know this whole war started because of me, so I wanted to stay and be useful in some way. Which is why I'm helping to distribute food right now.
I see. Thank you. It's a big help.
Oh, listen, Tsukasa,
What is it?
if you wouldn't mind, could we go somewhere and have lunch together?
No.
I wanted to thank you properly for, for saving me.
I appreciate that, but there's no real need for it. I have a meeting that I need to attend, so I have to get back to the office right away.
Oh. Masato, I don't understand Tsukasa's reaction. Do you think he hates me?
Not at all. He's just busy governing.
I hope it's that, but I get the feeling that lately he doesn't even want to be around me.
I'm sure you're wrong.
I figure he must be mad at me since what I did caused this war to take place.
He doesn't blame you for that.
Well then what is it? Does he find my ears creepy?
Now calm down. You're upset for nothing.
If not that, then what?
Look, it's not anything you did. It's something he did.
So what is it? Why does he treat me like this?
The truth is, he's having trouble facing you because he feels really guilty.
Huh?
When everyone in the village wanted to rush off and rescue you, he spoke up and said the better course of action was to let you go.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Please, don't get the wrong idea, though. He felt their pain, and it wasn't because he didn't want to save you. He was just concerned about the repercussions for the village.
Of course, I understand that.
Ever since I've known him, he's prioritized the happiness of the majority, even if it means he has to sacrifice someone precious to him. It's something I don't understand. To be honest, I don't think he gets it either. Or he's just crazy. Either way, he's not gonna change overnight. Give him space and he'll be fine.
I'm sorry. You asked for building age assignments, but that turns out to be difficult. The craftsmen we took with us said they couldn't make them any more precise.
Okay. This is important information for urban improvements. You did a good job with a difficult assignment. You should get some rest. Take tomorrow off.
Thank you very much, sir.
Maybe I have been pushing myself too hard. Yes, who is it?
It's Lirul. Tsukasa, do you have some time right now?
I'm sorry, but I have a busy day tomorrow, and I'm exhausted. I was planning to get to bed early tonight. Could you possibly come back some other time?
Oh, then it's perfect. If you're about to go to bed, then you're done with work for today, right? Sorry to burst in on you.
Is what you want to talk about that urgent?
Yes, it is. I came here to repay you.
Repay me for what, Lirul?
You know very well for what. And I've come here to tell you, I'm willing to do anything.
You don't owe me a single thing. The truth is, it was my suggestion we abandon you.
So I was told. The fact is, I would have done the same thing myself. When I was presented with the option of sacrificing my life to save everyone else in the village, there was never a question as to what I was going to do. And even though it was for the greater good, you came to save me anyway. Doesn't that at least deserve a thank you?
You need to know, I'm really not the good man you think I am, Lirul.
That's not true at all. The fact is, you care about everyone. You've been dedicated to improving the lives of the people in our village. You showed us how to make mayonnaise to sell. You drove off the soldiers who attacked us. When the chief of the forest threatened us, you sent your best fighter out to defeat him and protect our families. After doing all that, how can you think you're not good?
I have to confess something. I killed my own father. When I was young, I admired my father, who was a prominent politician. However, one day, I discovered something horrible. His power was built upon a vast network of corruption. I was completely devastated. This man I had looked up to my entire life turned out to be nothing more than a common thief. I worked with Shinobu and the merchant to expose my father's wrongdoing. He was put on trial, found guilty, and ultimately sentenced to death.
You're his son! How could you have done this?
In making justice for his victims my priority, I didn't consider the consequences to my father, and he paid the ultimate price. To this day, my mother still hates me for what I did. It took me a while, but I understand her feelings. Even though he was a crook, he was still the man she loved. I've tried and tried, but I can't forgive my father for what he did to his victims. I don't understand. Why are you crying?
Sorry, but I just can't help it. Thinking about the guilt you're carrying makes me sad. How do you deal with such a thing? Doesn't it hurt all the time?
Every single day. But it's the price I have to pay if I'm going to be true to myself, as a person and a politician. I'm no saint, but I am determined to uphold a basic code of morality.
I get it. I do.
It's hard to hear, but at least you know the truth about me. What are you doing?
You think because of what you did, you're not worthy of love or respect. Now that I know your history, you expect I'm going to hate you for what you did, but you're wrong. I admire you for standing up for your principles. You can push all you want, Tsukasa, but you're never gonna push me away.
You win. I surrender.
I'm so glad.
In recognition of our new open friendship, I have a challenge for you. Think you can handle it?
What? Is this what you need me to do? Just cradle you?
You did say you'd do anything for me, right? I figure an hour of sleep like this is gonna be worth 3 hours of tossing and turning.
You can sleep here all night. You don't have to limit yourself to just 1 hour.
True, but I'm afraid that would wear your legs out. Don't be afraid to wake me up if you find they start to hurt.
I will.
Thank you, Lirul.
Huh?
You know, for crying for me. All of that made me feel a little better.
Sure. schedule. It doesn't seem like you were over there long enough to do that. I mean, you were barely gone. Were you not able to talk to him? I know he's very busy supervising the people who work for the city. Do you need me to come with you next time? One times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 are... I don't understand multiplication. I'll never understand it.
Promise not to look in this direction. I promise, all right. Just hurry and get washed up.
Oh my. I see you brought our little god to the bath.
Hey! Is everyone in town gonna be dropping by?
Yeah, I posted a general invite. Would you just get in already? I'm on a schedule, little man. I don't have time to listen to all your whining. This is a surprise. Didn't expect to see you, Rue. Were you all right down there?
Just trying to practice multiplication.
We wouldn't even be here now if Akatsuki hadn't been so freaked out and kept dragging his feet.
I have a right to some privacy! What makes you think it's okay to follow me everywhere?
Don't forget, pal, you're the founder of the Seven Light Faith. And that makes you a revered religious figure. So for your protection, you have to be accompanied by a guard everywhere you go.
Yeah? That doesn't explain why Kana gets to be in the same bath with me!
I'm just here... in case you need artificial respiration.
Fat chance of that. Huh? You okay, Rue? You look kind of depressed.
It's just, I can't memorize my times tables.
And what do you have to know those for?
Well, without them, I won't be able to pass my school test on multiplication.
That makes sense. You're training to be a merchant and you have to count money.
She's Masato's apprentice. She has to be sharp.
I'm trying, but the numbers just get all fuzzy. No matter what I do, they fly out of my head.
Watching Rue work so hard reminds me of my own training. I had no patience. I was sure it was a waste of energy. They had me repeating sword moves over and over. I was bored to death and couldn't figure out what the point was.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I had to do my magic tricks endlessly until I got him down. And since I was only perfecting the technique, it was no fun at all.
It was the same for me. I spent most of my school years memorizing books on anatomy and medicine.
So how did all of you manage to get through it?
In my case, I had started learning the Ichijo style of swordsmanship when I was very young. But then something came along that inspired me.
Really? What happened?
I saw a samurai drama called The Much Too Unfettered Shogun, and it made me want to become someone who used her skills to help the powerless.
Oh, what about you?
I always knew. In elementary school, I saw a magic show and said, this is what I want to do.
How do I find something to inspire me?
It's really not all that hard to figure out. You just do whatever makes you happy. That's the trick.
And once you know what makes you happy, you focus your efforts on achieving it.
What makes me happy? Why didn't I think of that? I knew it all along. Of course! That's my inspiration. I'm going to work hard until I can perfect multiplication.
All right. Now you're getting into the spirit.
That's great. What did you find that makes you so happy, Rue?
I like money!
Oh, well, that's pretty much true for everyone. Just thinking about numbers isn't all that helpful. Try picturing the money itself while you do the math.
How does something like that work?
I'll show you. Let's say your math problem is 5 times 5. That would mean you have 5 stacks of 5 gold coins.
Wait a minute, I know the answer to that. It means I have 25 gold coins.
My goodness. Wow, great job. Let's try another. How about 7 times 7?
Da-da-da-da! 49 coins!
Absolutely right. Now try 8 times 9.
Okay, 72 coins!
That's amazing! How about 24 times 365?
Da-da-da! 8,760!
Whoa, you did it!
Yes! You're right! I did it! I finally did it! I conquered multiplication!
Is Rue all right out there? I mean, she passed her multiplication test, didn't she?
With flying colors.
I thought so. So why does she look like somebody hit her over the head with a stick?
Her teacher has now moved on to division.
Oh dear. The path to being a merchant is peppered with potholes.
Now all of Rue's coins keep disappearing. I really don't like division.